Under the sun, the fields are alive. Cheering crowds and the teams collide. In these moments, we stand tall and free. First pride runs deep in me. With every touchdown, we rise and we cheer. Unity and spirit, the heart of the year. Raising voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zone to go, football and cheers make our spirits roll. Girls in the game, they're fierce and bright. Flag in hand, they give it their might. From every town they bring their dreams. On this field of gold, nothing's as it seems. Together we shine, together we play. In Florida's heart, we own this day. Raise your voices, let's make it loud. In Florida's high schools, we're so damn proud. From the bleachers to the end zones go, football and cheers make our spirits grow. So here's to the game, we'll rise and stand. In Florida's field, we're a united band.
All right, it is time for the Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz here. Josh Wilson along here with Christopher Like as we come to you here on this Wednesday evening. And I got to say something. I may have done a major goof on this. I told Coach the wrong time for the show here, so hopefully he'll be okay and respond back, and we'll be okay here. But we'll find out here in a few minutes, hopefully. If not, I apologize, and I'll try to reschedule Coach. I told him the wrong time. I told him the time for the next show, which it's not his area, so that's on me. So I apologize to any mistakes, but I digress. How you doing, my man, Chris?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right here as we roll along here, and I can kind of bring it up here. I mean, let's look at it here. Hey, Week 1 is in the books in the NFL. I mean, I should have said it on Tampa Bay last night. I believe the Bucs won against Atlanta. But I think one of the biggest winners in the entire NFL come from over the weekend was the how about the Jaguars? I gotta.
Yeah.
They looked that Jaguars team looked really, really fine. I mean, they looked impressive on the field, and I'm bringing it up because hey, I'm a big Jaguars fan. Not only that, we have a relationship with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We also do have a relationship with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this for this show, we got a big relationship with the Jaguars Prep and the Jaguars Community Foundation. But I'm so happy to see how that team responded, given the fact that I mean they only had 9 turnovers last year all season long on defense. They created 3 on Carolina in the first game. Yeah. So if you can create 3 in the first game, this might be this will probably be they might be able to double or triple what they had in 2024. So, but I'll leave it at that on that one.
Yeah, and you also had the good Sunday night and Monday night games as well. So.
Oh yeah, no,
those games were amazing.
No, absolutely. But as we roll along here, you know what? We got to get into it here with the Blitz Lines. Oop, Chris, it's not. Yeah, Happy National TV Dinner Day. Okay, it's Happy National TV Dinner Day. Well, all right. Where's our Swanson trays at?
Yeah.
Good evening to you, Nully. Nully in the house. All right, everybody, as we roll along here and do this here on the Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz here, we definitely appreciate everybody joining us here as we talk high school football. And there's a lot going on here in terms of from last week. And Chris, I gotta say, looking at it, starting with this one, I think the biggest game here really. No, he says he's happy for the Bucks. Falcons fans are still mad. Jags looked great. Okay. But how about this one? I got to start with Lincoln and Nice, because the forecast called Lincoln for 2. Nice especially shred the Trojans to smithereens and send them back on the bus to Tallahassee with their heads down.
Yeah, I expected Nice to win, but I didn't expect them to be that big of a gap between Nice and Lincoln at the end.
Oh yeah, no, I was literally stunned. I mean, honestly, with Nice, you know what? That's what I get for eating almonds during the break. Stuck right in my throat here all of a sudden. But for Nice, they had a huge game against Lincoln, and if I've got it right here, I've got actually some stat lines actually for y'all here on this one. Aiden Pfeiffer, how about this? 16 of 20 for 245, 4 touchdowns, while also adding 30 yards rushing in that 47-10 win over Lincoln. And Braden Felder, he was a big component in that for Pfeiffer. 8 receptions, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns, also delivering multiple key blocks in the Panthers win. I mean, huge right there.
Yeah, they really took it to him on offense, and for Nice to do what they did against Lincoln, that's a statement.
No, absolutely, it was a statement, and everything.
Next few weeks.
No, absolutely. Here as we roll along here, Chris, looking at a couple of other things that we've got here on this one. How about this? St. Augustine and Bowles in a barn burner shootout, 40-35. The Yellow Jackets. Man, that was a back and forth, watching the scoreboard all night.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Man.
Mm-mm. Yeah. What can you say about that? It was like watching hot potato.
Yeah, no, it really was a hot potato type game. And how about this? Xander Edwards, 248 rushing, 3 touchdowns on 22 carries. For Bowles in that setback, and that 40-35 setback. But Britton James for St. Augustine, 22 of 26 passing for 296, 3 touchdowns, also had 64 yards rushing and a score in that win for St. Augustine.
Yeah, St. Augustine, they're doing St. Augustine things, that's how they roll. So, I think that. You look at it and you wonder what they're going to be looking like over the next few weeks.
No, you're absolutely right. It definitely leaves a lot to answer and question and wonder what's going to be next for Bowles. But Bowles, by the way, for St. Augustine and Bowles, but Bowles has got a big game this week against Bishop Kenny. Another battle right there on the riverfront. And St. Augustine looks like a real deal. Ellis Hall says, good evening to you. Good to see you here in the chat. And Chris, Emery had a question in the chat here, and I want to kind of answer it here as we roll along here. He said, Hungry Man banquet or something else? Well, I have an answer for him.
Yeah, Hungry Man.
So there you go. Hungry Man.
It's not a debate.
Yeah, it's not a debate. No. I will say this: Banquet's got some good barbecue riblets that are similar to what the McDonald's McRib is. So give me those two. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
But give me the Hungry Man. Give me the, and also
you get more for your bang. You get more bang for your buck with the Hungry Man. And
also give me some Stouffer's lasagna while we're at it. Okay. It's fun when we talk about food here. But looking at some of the other games, Range just rolled over Trinity Christian. How about this? Oakleaf shuts out Fleming Island. I when I saw that, I'm like, well, that was no contest.
Yeah, Oakleaf shutting up Fleming Island. I knew Oakleaf was good, but to shut up Fleming Island like they did, that was impressive.
No, it was really impressive here, and I just got to say, at the end of the day, I was just like, okay, Oakleaf, and they got a big game, by the way. Oakleaf will be in our picks this week again. They got a big game coming up here against Hawthorne, who they took to overtime last year, and boy, this one's at the dungeon, so we're gonna have to see what is going to happen here, and then. Tocoy Creek and Bishop Kenny. Bishop Kenny rolled over to Tocoy Creek, and Ponte Vedra took care of business at Baker County. And Ponte Vedra is opening up district play this week against Beachside, and that's another game that will be coming up on the picks as well.
Oh man!
Mark Cannon.
Oh my goodness!
Should I start giving fan points away for the best comments each show, because this really rolled into one? Oh my gosh, do I love indigestion? I mean, sometimes. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure. I haven't heard back from Coach Draft, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get him. I do apologize, everybody, for this, but we got more we could talk about here as we roll along here in terms of other teams here and stuff as we go through this here in a moment here. We could do a second part of the Blitz Lines, basically, in this as we roll along here, and because there was quite a few performances during week number 3 here in Northeast Florida. Oh man, that was a bird. Mark. Oh man,
all good and fun.
What?
All good and fun.
Oh, this is why we have fun with these shows. It's not just about reading the news and all that. We're here to talk, we're here to debate, we're here to have fun with this as well. It's not just to be reading the news headlines. Y'all can go read the news headlines in 5 million different places. This is us to have fun and be able to talk about things and give our opinions and our feedback of what we've seen and what we've looked at in terms of the statistics and everything with high school football. And obviously, as we go along, as we get closer on the other side as football season ends, we'll have girls flag football talk too as well. But anyways, man. I got to catch my breath, Chris. I think we need to take a break here.
Yeah.
I think we need to take a break here. I'm not sure we're going to have our interview here. I apologize again, and we'll figure it out. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I went back. I had to get, because I had a rim shot that I wanted to use on that one, but all right, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, catch our breath, collect ourselves. We'll probably talk more about the other games that we saw here at this point, looking at the stat lines and stuff, because there was quite a few interesting games as well outside of what we had in our pick 6 last week. And then we'll talk about the Jaguars player of the week from week number 2, Bryson Wright. Yeah, we'll talk about him, and then we'll talk about our week 2 player of the week as well for the Blitz show and have our pick 6 and all that. We'll be right back here on the Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloorNationsFootball.com and the FloorNationsFootball.com social media handles.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
And he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown.
Juggled and caught.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. I thought if that's out there, I want to make sure I see it and I get involved in it, because to me, this was music to my ears. I was blown away. When you look at today's kid, the millennium kid, they learn by being able to see it. If I can see it, there's a great chance that I can do it. The First Down Playbook is a tool that can essentially change the way we teach the game.
All right, welcome back here to the Northeast Florida Blitz, a Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloridaHSFootball.com, and we appreciate everybody that's watching. Do apologize, we don't have our interview for tonight, apparently. That's my mistake on my part on that, on the scheduling part. We'll get it right. I'm trying to book out here for shows here in the coming weeks, so hey, if y'all guys got an idea or a suggestion for us in terms of who you want to see on our shows, let us know. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, fire up those comments. We want to know.
Yeah, let us know who you want to. I mean, it's not just for this show, but for whichever show you want to see, you know, a coach or maybe a player, you know. We want to bring in guests. One of our big things here as we do this here, and I'm just going to go ahead and we can talk about it since we've got a few minutes here, Chris, is that, you know, when I look at it, you know, we talked about it last week. We have done 32 shows before in 4 weeks. We're already into a month into this with the shows here, and we're adding another 8 here, which brings it up to 40 shows we all have done here by when we wrap up tonight.
Yeah, an impressive number, and that number is going to keep on growing.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it really is going to keep growing here. And I'm really, you know, just I'm impressed here with what we've done here. And interview no. In every business, Mark probably wants a doctor to come on the show. I can't.
Wow.
Santa Fe's new coach, Ernest Graham. That will definitely be one that we're going to try to hit up for the North Central Florida one. I think we're going to get that. We're going to have head coach RJ Fuhr on from Oak Hall for North Central Florida. And, yeah. Okay, coach says that you can get on in about oh yeah, so our show yeah, we could. Yeah, that is a my bad. Hold on.
We could do the pick six and then do the interview if it comes to it.
I mean, we can. Going to be a shorter interview. I mean, we can do over the phone, or I can just reschedule him for next week. I don't want to. Let me make sure. Say if I get coach to reschedule here, Chris. I mean that thing. Oh, there's going to be. Yeah, that looks like a couple. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I know. Emery told me, hey, we make mistakes. I just feel bad. I feel bad.
Yeah, you can go. You can end up going to work on your day off.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, never mind.
I haven't done that yet. But...
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I mean, I almost overslept a couple of days ago and thought I had the day off, and turned out I had to go to work.
Oh man, that's what stinks.
I walk into work and I'm like sleeping, like daydreaming.
Oh man, but let's talk about it here real quick on a couple other games, Chris. Here, how about Ed White? Impressive domination on West Side, 65-0 there, and me and King Boyston eat a 13-175-2. Joseph Williams 113, 2 touchdowns, and even Julian Hall, he stuffed the stat sheet with a 76-yard kickoff return touchdown, interception, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. Oh my goodness, Ed White playing lights out football.
Ed White, a very good program, and you know they're really a team to watch for when it comes to the playoff picture. So, and if you slip on Ed White, they're going to come back and bite you.
Oh, absolutely, and you're definitely right about that, and it definitely will come back to bite you. But Baldwin 39-0 over Kipbold City. Fletcher dominated Atlantic Coast 35-6. Fletcher and Nice has got a big game this week. That'll be interesting. A battle of undefeateds. They're coming into that one. Knox Annis from Mandarin, 9-14, 233, 3 touchdowns in that 42-0 shutout of Sandalwood. Bryson Wright had another big week here. And speaking of Bryson Wright, let's go ahead and bring up this here on the sheet here. The Whataburger Player of the Week from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bryson had a huge week there in week 2 and had that rare hat trick with touchdowns on offense, defense, and special teams in that 54-16 victory over Atlantic Coast. So a round of applause there from week number 2 for the Whataburger Player of the Week from the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jaguars Prep, and also as from FloridaChasFootball.com as the media partner with the Jacksonville Jaguars on this for the Player of the Week during the 2025 regular season.
Yeah, Bryson Wright, he's an exciting player. If you haven't watched his film, it's worth watching his film. He's electric.
Yeah, electric, and he's only a sophomore, by the way, people. So we'll be hearing more of his name over here this course of the season, and of course the next 2 seasons as well. 5 catches, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns on offense, and also had 6 tackles and a tackle for loss on defense in the Mustangs win over Sandalwood. Looking at a couple other games, Eagles View had a went out to the Panhandle, had a big game against Rocky Bayou Christian, and Ethan Garland, he delivered a monster all-around performance of 130 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns and 3 catches, 29 yards in a score, and also had 2 punts for 90 yards. And had also 2 punt returns for 120 yards, and including a 75-yarder. So, boy, talk about doing everything. Eagles View right there doing well. And then, of course, Ponte Vedra did 35-10 over Baker County. And Cole Rosendahl, 22-33, 327, 4 touchdowns for the Sharks in that win on the road at Baker County. And, of course, how about this? Oakley. Trace Burney, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Freddie Coleman, how about this? 171 yards rushing and a touchdown on 22 carries in that 31-0 win over Fleming Island.
Yeah, a lot of good players going, a lot of good plays, and a lot of good teams in Northeast Florida right now. So, yeah, it's very exciting to see how these teams are going to be doing. So,
yeah. Derry, by the way, here's some other ones here. By the way, TJ Cole was 13-19, 271, 3 touchdowns. Also had a rushing touchdown along with 86 yards rushing in that 48-14 win over Trinity Christian. Middleburg came up a winner. Came from behind. They led at halftime. Came from behind. Clay kind of got some momentum there in that second half, but they won 28-27. Travis Pinkard for Middleburg, 138 yards on 20 carries, 3 touchdowns, including the game-winning score. Darius Swilley for Middleburg, 15 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack that anchored that Broncos defense, and again, in that 28-27 victory over Clay. And, of course, as we already talked about Bowles, we've already talked about St. Augustine. I mean, there's just a lot going on here in terms of also looking at it. Yulee came up 19-12 victors over Charlton County out of Georgia.
Yeah, really doing what they can. They've come a long way, but we'll see what they can do. Usually, it's been a while since they've had the running back a few years ago.
Yeah. But all right, let's do this. Let's recognize our Week 2 Blitz Player of the Week. Running back Leonard Hamilton of Old Plank Christian Academy in their second year of 11-man football. First year under head coach Frank Andrea. And I believe Coach is watching the show right now because I saw him repost the show on Twitter, Chris. And we're gonna bring this up here. Leonard Hamilton racked up 280 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns on 21 carries, plus a touchdown reception, 104-yard kickoff return, 104 yards in kickoff returns, and a 55-32 win over Duval Charter. So congratulations to Leonard Hamilton. He's our Blitz Northeast Florida Player of the Week for week number 2.
Yeah, Leonard, you got to admire a player that can kick off a return for 104 yards. That's not easy considering you have 21 other guys sitting on that field.
No, yeah, to rack up that kind of yardage on kickoff returns, that's pretty impressive there. So definitely a hats off to Leonard Holton. Sorry, it's Leonard Holton. I think I said Hamilton. I'm sorry. Probably it's Leonard Holton from Old Plank Christian because I'm saying it so fast. I'm looking at my notes here. But
you're getting the basketball coach confused.
Am I getting the basketball coach confused? Sorry, my brain. Sorry, I apologize for that. But Leonard Holton, Old Plank Christian. And no, Leonard Holton, Noli, it's not the football history of Polk County in general. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Now Noli's going to confuse me. Great. I'm in trouble now, Chris.
Yeah, I've watched the comment. Mark Cannon asking Noli about giving us a lesson for history lesson in Polk County.
Ooh. Now I know. All right. We're going to come back. We'll do our pick 6 and we'll wrap it up to here. And it says,
You've indicated, Noli. You've indicated.
Well, let's do this. Let's come back. We'll do our pick 6 and then we'll wrap it up here and we'll get ready for our North Central Florida Blitz show here coming up at 8:30 here. We'll be right back here on the Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz here on FloodHSFootball.com. We'll be right back right after this.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with a free ScoreStream mobile app. Download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
Juggled and caught!
All right, welcome back here to the Northeast Florida edition of the Blitz here as we roll along here. And real quick, I just want to remind anybody, especially the coaches that are watching here, about the Whataburger Player of the Week with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Whataburger and media partner, FloatHSFootball.com. That's us. Player of the Week nominations. Coaches can submit nominations each week during the 2025 regular season for Whataburger Player of the Week, presented by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars Prep and FloatHSFootball.com. Nominations must be submitted by Sunday at midnight each week, and using the job form. The job form link goes out to coaches each week. Also tweeted out on I say tweet, posted on X during right after the games on Friday night, Saturday mornings. We try to go for the winning teams, usually try to tag them, let them know, hey, get your nominations in, but we'll also find the nominations we also research out. So we definitely looking at that. But we turned the chat into the Tampa Bay edition of the oh, come on, guys. Come on. This is Northeast Florida. Northeast. Yeah. Come on.
By the way.
Yes, Chris, what do we got on the props? Yesterday was Ants on a Log Day. Okay. Boy, y'all just light up the chat no matter what. I do appreciate y'all. So I'm not trying to run y'all off on the chat there. So just disregard my thoughts on that one. Right. Anyways, you know what time it is? Hey, it's pick six time. What do we have on the picks this week? By the way, I told y'all, if y'all were watching last show, I told you there was going to be some kind of surprise here in the pick six. So, but this first game is not. This was not the surprise I'm intending here. So this is not it. The first game. First game up on the docket is Zarephath Academy, 1-2 at Middleburg, 3-0. Yes, we're picking a game on my alma mater here this week, and Chris, I don't agree with the computer on this one. And I'll tell you why. I think Zarephath's down in my opinion, but the computer is saying Zarephath Academy 15 over Middleburg. I don't agree with it on this one.
What on earth is that computer thinking?
Huh?
What on earth is that computer thinking?
Well, I mean, we're still kind of dragging a little on preseason, but after this week, we will most teams won't be dragging on preseason anymore. It'll be full in season results.
Yeah. Give me Middleburg by a lot.
Middleburg by a lot. I'm going Middleburg as well. By the way, Reno is going Middleburg as well on the pick. So we're going all Middleburg on this one. Middleburg always. All right. As we roll through our 6 games, 6 picks, 1 winner, and our pick 6. Our next game up is a district game. In the same district that Middleburg is in, it's Ponte Vedra at Beachside in 5A District 3. Ponte Vedra and Beachside both 2-1. And in this one, Ponte Vedra, Chris, this one I got to say is going to be really, really interesting. It is a 5-point favorite for Ponte Vedra in this one. And these two play, that usually can be pretty close. 69% chance of Ponte Vedra winning this game. Beachside, 31%.
This is going to be a close game. Beachside is an up-and-coming program. They're really a program on the, you look at Beachside and you can't sleep on them.
No.
Ponte Vedra, I think, is a better team, though. But give me Ponte Vedra by a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going with Ponte Vedra as well. I just think Ponte Vedra right this second. They have the quarterback this year. Beachside does not. A lot of people are going with Ponte Vedra here in the picks as well. So that said, it looks like we'll roll on to our next one where we've got Bowles 2-1 at Bishop Kenny 2-0, and Bowles is a 13-point favorite over Bishop Kenny in this one for this week, giving Bowles an 88% chance of winning. And Bishop Kenny 12%.
Yeah, give me Bowles to win this one.
Bulls as well. My pick is Bulls. Okay, so are y'all ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? I finally got Reno. Well, I didn't convince Reno. I may have. Reno is taking Bulls. He finally picked Bulls in a game. I finally got him to come off off this one. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Reno is picking Bulls. For all the times that he's picked against Bulls, regardless of the opponent, this time he's picked Bulls. Can you believe it? I know, right? Right? Right?
What?
A what? Yeah, it is a WHAT what? Mark Cannon says the horror. Wow, that is unheard of. I'm shocked. Reno picks Bulls. Yep, ladies and gentlemen. The sound you
come out of the dark side.
The sound you just heard is the dark side collapsing because Reno walked out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The sound of it is Reno walking
It's
out.
It's like that scene in what that movie, Star Trek or Star Wars, with the planet blowing up.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm stunned. I'm befuddled here. I am befuddled. As Mark Cannon says, he picked against the Ranch. Now he picks Bulls. Oh my goodness! I'm really like, oh man. Okay. Mark Cannon says Reno must be over medicated. No, not the case right now. No, I don't think so. Now, not now. But anyways, Nice at Fletcher is our next game up on the docket, and well, the computer really likes Nice after last week, and Nice a 40-point favorite over Fletcher. But Fletcher's 3-0, but it's really liking Nice to put Nice up on some points here.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with it too. And Fletcher good stuff for 3-0, but they played nothing new what Nice had played. So
yeah,
give me Nice by a lot. Give me Nice by a lot.
Yeah, give me Nice as well. Give me Nice by 20. At least by 20. But yeah. He's actually doing better, Emery. He's actually doing real. Mark is rolling with the Duncan, which is in the name of Duncan U. Fletcher. Okay. We'll see. All right, our next game up on the docket here is Hawthorne 3-0 and Oakleaf 3-0. By the way, overtime, I don't think Hawthorne looks as good as they were last year, despite being 3-0. And they had to fight. They had to fight against Florida High to win that game last week. I think Oakleaf has got other plans for them at the dungeon this week.
Yeah, Oakleaf is a good program. Hawthorne, good program. But I think give me Hawthorne.
Really? Hawthorne. Okay, you think Hawthorne's going to win this one. Well, Hawthorne is a favorite by the computer in this one. It's not really by a lot here in this situation here. It is Hawthorne 8 over Oakleaf, 77% chance of Hawthorne winning the game, 23% for Oakleaf. My pick is Oakleaf. I just feel like Oakleaf remembers the sting of that game, losing that game in overtime, and they're going to make Hawthorne pay for it Friday night. They are going to make the Hornets pay for it. So you heard it here first. So, and our final game up on the docket is Bradford 3-0 at Mandarin 3-0. Bradford won this game in a very tight one last year at David Hurst. This time they're at the Corral. Mandarin, Bradford 3-0, both of them. And Bradford is the favorite in this one by 9 and giving the Tornadoes a 79% chance of winning. Mustangs, 21% chance.
I kind of disagree with this. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think it is. But Mandarin, shoot. Give me Mandarin by 3.
Reno's going with Mandarin. By the way, Bradford won only 14-12 at South Sumner. So I have some questions about Bradford, maybe about offense and defense a little bit. Mandarin's going to be powerful. This ain't the same Mandarin team from last year. Give me Mandarin in the upset bid over Bradford at the Corral. That's my pick this week. Sorry, Tornado fans. Sorry. And Reno is going Mandarin as well, by the way. So
that's a rare case where all three of us disagree with the computer.
I disagree with the computer on this one. So that is my pick there. All right. Let's wrap this up here, Chris. Any final thoughts as we get ready for our North Central Florida edition of the Blitz?
No. Other than I'm choking up right now.
Yeah. I told y'all how to surprise. I told y'all. All right. For Christopher I'm Joshua Wilson. We'll be back here in a moment for the North Central Florida edition of the Blitz, where we're going to have head coach RJ Fuhr from Oak-Hall on, and we'll talk some Oak-Hall Eagles football as they got a big game coming up this week, and we'll talk more about that here in a moment. We'll be right back right after this here on the FloydHSFootball.com, social media networks, and FloydHSFootball.com.